Would you give up your dreams to stay married? That's the question of the day today. My husband and I have been married for 10 years, together almost 15. I was born and raised a city girl. He is a country boy at heart. We live in suburbia currently, but I have a dream to move to New York City. I know that he has A, no desire to move to New York City, and B, he has a local company here, so it's not feasible. Our children we're empty nesters. So I could potentially move to New York City. I don't want to move there permanently. I want to move there, I told him, for 3 months, just to see. I think it would be fun. I think it would be great for my career. I think it would be just an experience that I am craving and dying to have.
What does your husband think about you leaving for 3 months as a wife, a person, a woman who's married?
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
And it is very rare that my husband is a hard no on anything, but he looked at me and told me, absolutely not. That's a waste of money. And no, absolutely not. Which was a little surprising to me because, like I said, he doesn't tell me no very often. And then it just got me to thinking, it is a dream of mine to do this. So if I decide not to go, does that mean that I'm giving up my dreams for my husband? What would you do in this situation? For reference, I am almost 43. He is 58. Yeah, we're 15 years apart. Again, we live in suburbia now. And yeah, what would you do?
So here you have a wife who wants to go to New York for 3 months without her husband and just be out on the streets. Crazy, right? Here's the thing, though. The husband's like, no, that's a waste of money. I'm gonna venture off here and say there are other reasons too. No, you're married. Why are you going 3 months away? Women never understand this until it's happening in their lives, right? Until it's flipped around, because they're all here in the comment section going, "Oh, you gave up so much for him," making all these assumptions about how much she gave up for him. But it gets crazy. It gets crazy. Imagine a man said, "Hey, it's my dream to go to Colombia for 3 months, just live there as a married man." Right? It's my dream. They would think that is ludicrous. They'll be in the comments talking about, I choose the bear, and how could you do that? And you're a married man. But when something like this happens, oh, you should go for it and be free. So this is how this went. Of course, the divorced and chronically single chicks on TikTok left comments like this one: 3 months? Go by yourself, live your dream. Long distance for 3 months is not a big deal. Okay. Somebody else who says, if you don't go, you will think about New York every day until you die. Somebody else here says, your dreams aren't a waste of money. That's exactly what money should be used for. Otherwise, why do we work? Oh, geez. Forget what your husband thinks. Before we get back into the video, a quick word about the sponsor of this channel, fathershaverights.com. At fathershaverights.com, one of our expert attorneys explains that drafting a prenup without the right experience is risky. If done wrong, the courts could invalidate it. That's why, as a future husband, you need to know how to pick the right attorney. The truth is, most experienced family law attorneys handle multiple prenups every week, and the demand only keeps growing. Click the link pinned to the top of the comment section to take the first step in securing your marriage the right way. Somebody else who says 3 months is like a military deployment. Go by yourself and visit each other. This next commenter says, but I never made it to law school and I never saw Paris in the spring. I don't know what that is. Probably like some type of cheesy movie quote. These chicks live in delusion, bro. Somebody else who says, immediately go invite him, but go with or without him. This is just insane.
Because it's not even a joke. Marriage can be a beautiful thing. In fact, it's so beautiful that it makes a lot of people very envious and jealous. And, when I think back, y'all, I was, when I was single, I've never been a person to idolize. Have y'all ever been around somebody just idolize marriage? I've never been that type of person. But I know I wanted a person for me. And I was never jealous or envious of anyone else because they had a spouse. I would still go, y'all would go to other people's weddings, show up, have a good time, and I mean, have a genuine happiness for them. I love weddings, y'all. Even to this day, I love weddings, y'all. I just love everything about it. But I would go to weddings. I could congratulate. I can gift others. I was never envious of or jealous hearted of anybody's relationship. I just knew that one day I wanted my own. I wanted my own. And while I never really voiced it and said it out aloud, I had this hidden within myself, because like I said, your girl used to party like a rock star, baby. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, I'm just telling you. Your girl used to party like a rock star. And I just knew I wasn't even ready for marriage, but I knew that one day I wanted it. And I had an age in my head. I was like, you know what? I like I said, I never voiced it, but I thought to myself, I need to be married. Well, I want to be married by the time I'm 35. Before by the time I'm 35. I had enough discernment by then. I was able to discern, you know what I'm saying? What the person, to know what I'm getting into. All of that, y'all. Because marriage is a big deal. It is a big deal. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise, because the way the world try to make it seem like, well, if it don't work out, you can just get a divorce, but it's not like that. It's not just like, oh, you just get divorced. It's not like that, y'all. Marriage is a covenant before the Most High God, and it is spiritual, y'all. I'm just trying to tell you, it's a spiritual component to marriage.
I was just in Target with my husband and I had a cold drink, and he said, I'll hold that cold drink for you. I know you don't like when your hands get cold. And it reminded me of the woman that's being made fun of for baking for her husband, because her husband is good to her. He's a good husband. So she likes to bake in nice outfits. Like, that's her aesthetic. That's her thing. And people are literally making fun of her for it, saying that she shouldn't be doing that for her husband. My husband is very good to me, and therefore I am good to him back. And anything that I don't want to do, he does. And anything that he doesn't want to do, I do. And people that look at that and they're like, think that there's something wrong with it, you need to get off the internet. It's too much now. And I know that might be crazy coming from somebody like me that's chronically online. I literally post on TikTok for a living at this point. But at the end of the day, your sense of reality is warped. Marriage is two people coexisting together, caring about each other enough and knowing each other enough to do things for each other that make sense. Marriage also isn't always 50-50. Sometimes you're picking up the slack from your partner, and that's okay. And if you hate the idea of marriage and you hate the idea of people being happy in marriages, that's fine, but keep it to yourself. Go be somewhere not married.
Here's where things really took a turn for the worst. This female commenter here says, sounds like you helped him live his dream, so now you should take the time to live yours. So she's just calculated here that she's helped him, right? She's sacrificed for him. He's just chilling and enjoying all the benefits, and she's been doing nothing but sacrifice. Of course, they have this mentality. Here's what she had to say in response.
I think that we've actually both helped each other live our dreams. The issue is just that my dreams have changed with time. When we first started dating, I was going through a divorce. I had 2 very young, small children, and he actually was getting close to empty nester on his own. His son was a teenager, and he had to make the hard decision of like, do I want to be a stepdad to 2 small kids and help raise?
So wait a second. So not only did you help him leave his dreams out, like she said, it was the other way around. He helped you. He helped you.
Is the coffee all right?
The coffee is not all right. He helped you. He married a single mom, based on what she said here, with 2 little kids when he was about to be an empty nester and had to commit to raising those kids till 18 while she was going through a divorce. This terrible man.
them and kind of start over. He decided ultimately yes, and we have built a beautiful, beautiful life together. We ended up moving from California to Idaho, and it is a lovely place to raise a family. However, as time has passed, my dreams have become a lot more career centric. I went from really just caring about being able to provide for my children and be a great mom to focusing more on me now. It's like I turned 40 and the shit hit the fan. And now I'm like, I need my career. I want to make money. I want to be successful. And largely, I've done a really great job of it.
So what I'm hearing here too is this hasn't always been a dream. It's a dream that's changed. It's okay. People have new dreams. But this is also why you should get a prenup. Right? Go to fathershaverights.com to my soon to be engaged or currently engaged men. Soon, if you're proposing soon, head over to fathershaverights.com and get your prenup guide right here. I just changed her mind somewhere in the middle of the marriage and said, hey, I have this dream. And the comments are like, if you don't do it, you're going to think about it till you die.
I have quite a large following on LinkedIn. I have quite a large following on TikTok. I built 2 businesses. I'm doing big things, but Boise feels small. Now, my husband's dream, again, is to move out into the country and have a shop and have acreage. And he is very well aware that that's not my dream. But me wanting to go to New York for 3 months is relatively a new kind of idea that has come to me and that I'm really, really excited about. I traveled twice last year. I plan to travel again this year. It is just a city that I find incredibly energizing and exciting. So I do think, yes, I helped him live his dream. He has a beautiful wife, lovely family, but he has also very much helped me live mine up until this point. The issue is that I have changed. My dreams have changed. And so we are trying to adapt as a married couple to my newfound dreams.
She's changed. And listen, people change. People change in relationships where people want to change. And you can't sit there and think that someone's just never going to change. Let me give her a little bit of credit here. She is actually being honest about the situation instead of like trying not to offend her audience. I will give her that. In addition to that, by the way, I do believe that if her husband was like, yeah, go ahead. Hey, that's their marriage, right? You can't tell people how to deal with their marriage. You can give your opinion, it's online and here it is, but you can't tell someone how to run their marriage. At that point, it's their marriage that made a decision. But he was like, no. And I look at this and I'm just like, so what's the big deal here?
Y'all, the TikTok girlies be quick to tell you to leave your husband, but you come on here and say he forgot to take out the trash, leave him. You come on and say he took a nap, leave him. He didn't like your outfit, leave that man, girl, find better. Like, damn.
Women who get the most hate from other women are women who are in relationships and marriages. I am convinced that women hate men so much to where they will completely demean and pick apart a woman that absolutely loves her. You will be called pick-me, you will be called stupid, you will be called everything in the world just because a single woman hates men so bad. Let's not even talk about the vile things that they will say about your spouse, right? And please keep in mind, all this is just coming from their own hatred and just simply because they hate men. They hate men so much. They will literally bully you out of your relationship. They will say the worst things possible to make you think that your man doesn't love you. Your man doesn't care about you. You need to go. He's treating you wrong. He's cheating on you. They will say everything in the world, right? Look at the Halle Bailey and DDG situation. When she was with him, y'all completely picked that woman apart. Y'all completely said the worst, vile things about her, all because she was with him. But then the moment the relationship ended, those same women that spoke vile about her are those same women that praised her. Y'all praised her after she left. And y'all do that to a lot of women. I can name a lot of women that on this internet that I have seen that get bullied because they are with a man. Y'all are disgusting. And it's always the same single bitter women. Always the same women. Y'all literally regurgitate the same exact thing. So anyways, I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole, but I'm going to just say this. Any woman that's in a relationship and absolutely loves her man, loves her husband, whatever the case may be, don't let these bitter women, whether it's in real life or on the internet, bully you from leaving your man. That is your man. That is your relationship. You choose and you do whatever you see fit. Because those same women that's bitter and talking crap about you, 4 or 5 time baby mamas, they got so much stuff to say. I digress. But anyways, single women keep women single, and women will literally bully you because you are happy, healthy, thriving in a relationship, all because they absolutely hate men.
In this video, she responded to this comment that read, "Love this type of content, but just know that your audience will be mad if you ultimately don't go and make excuses for him. They want her, a wife who's been married for years, to give an F what some random person in the comment section thinks about their marriage and decisions."
I totally understand this. And 2 things. The first is that this is my actual life. So anything that I decide to do, whether it be travel, moving, marriage, parenting, it's my actual life. And TikTok does not influence that. I make decisions for me and for my family, regardless of what the internet thinks. The second is that this decision is not like an immediate impending decision. I wanted to have the conversation with him to get the ball rolling, to plant the seed, to give him the idea that like, hey, this is what I'm thinking of. Number 1, I need to get my finances in order to be able to say like, yep, you don't even have to worry about it. Because that's the goal. I don't want him to feel financially burdened by this at all. And then the second thing is I plan to travel to New York this coming year, just do my week at a time. I've been doing it a couple times a year. I did that last year. I want to do it again this year. I don't know when this dream will come to fruition. I just need him on board. I need him to know that it's in the pipeline, that it is on the horizon, that it is something that I still very much desire. And I was just super surprised by his reaction. Because like I said, he's not normally a hard no guy. He's like really level-headed. So stay tuned, more to talk on this subject, because I think that there is more to the root of this, both as a woman, as a wife, etc. But New York has my heart. And
Listen, your husband has your heart. You sometimes you got to tell your wife no. Yeah. You got to say no. You got to say nope. That's that. Hey guys, as always, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. To my currently engaged or soon to be married men, if you need a prenup and would like a guide that shows you how to get a solid and legally binding prenuptial agreement, hit the link into the top of the comment section and access your guide at fathershaverights.com today.